In this video, we're going to talk about the Philippine National ID and what exactly is it for. So just continue watching. What is the Philippine National ID? The Philippine National ID is one of the three components of the Philippine Identification System. It's a government-issued document that can be used for day-to-day transactions in the Philippines. The goal is to have a universal ID that can be used for applying for various services and eligibility requirements, private and public, and access to social welfare and benefits granted by the government. You can use it to apply for other IDs like passport, driver's license, NBI, and others. Present it for employment requirements and tax-related transactions, admission in government hospitals, schools for opening bank accounts, voting, registration, and more. Is the Philippine National ID free? Yes. Registration and application for the Philippine ID is completely free to all eligible parties. What are the benefits of having a national ID? Having a universally honored ID will allow for seamless transactions for both private and government settings. What are the uses of the Philippine National ID? We now know the benefits, but what about the actual scenarios where the Philippine ID can be used? Here are some of the most common instances it can be utilized. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity for availing benefits and social services provided by the government. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity for applying for travel visa and passport. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity to apply for services and benefits provided by various government agencies like PhilHealth, GSIS, SSS, Pag-ibig, and others. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity for voters' registration. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity for driver's license application. For tax requirements and transactions. For government-based health services and institutions. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity required for government transactions. Can be used as a valid document and proof of identity for applying a public and private school, university, and similar institution. Can be used as a valid document for employment. What are the Philippine National ID requirements? Here are the requirements for applying for a Philippine National ID. PhilSys application form, form number 1. The applicant will need to complete and submit the PhilSys application form to any designated registration center. Primary documents. The following documents need to be submitted along with the PhilSys application form. PSA-issued birth certificate and one government-issued identification document with full name, photo, and signature or thumb mark. Philippine e-passport issued by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Unified Multipurpose Identification or UMID card issued by the Government Service Insurance System or Social Security System, or other equivalent identification documents as may be determined in the guidelines issued by the PSA. Secondary documents is optional to be presented if the primary requirements are not available. PSA-issued birth certificate or any government-issued identification document reflecting at least the full name, front-facing photograph, and signature or thumb mark, or identification documents issued by the private sector which comply with the requirements set by the PSA. Resident aliens will need to present their Alien Certificate of Registration or ACR or ACR ID. If a married woman presents identification documents that bear her maiden name, she will be asked to present PSA-issued marriage certificate if she decided to take her husband's surname. How to apply for a Philippine National ID? Prepare all the requirements, application form, and primary documents. Proceed to the designated registration center of your choice. Have your biometrics or fingerprints and iris scan information taken. Wait for your PhilSys number, PSN, to be generated. Wait for your PSN and Philippine ID or National ID to be provided. List of registration centers for the Philippine National ID. For resident Filipino citizens, PSA regional and provincial offices, local civil registry offices, government service insurance system for its members and their dependents, social security system for its members and their dependents, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth, Home Development Mutual Fund, Commission of Elections, Philippine Postal Corporation, other government agencies and GOCCs as may be assigned by the PSA. For OFWs, Filipino citizens who live abroad can register in the nearest Philippine Embassy or Philippine Foreign Service Post.